Asher Potts is the kind of high school student any mom would be proud of. He's on the honor roll, has a chest full of medals from the Navy ROTC, and he's articulate, leading a youth town hall against violence and drug dealers.
And the only people that can stop them, it's us, because they are alien, that are foreign invaders of our property, of our society, and of our great Harrisburg community.
But there's only one problem. This model teenager is really an adult.
Everybody's so surprised.
Asher is an imposter. His real name is Artur Samarin, and he's a 23-year-old Ukrainian. It's almost like a scene from the classic show 21 Jump Street, where baby-faced cops pretend to be students to catch drug dealers. Except Samarin wanted to grab a high school diploma. Prosecutors say Samarin duped everyone during the 4 years he attended Harrisburg High School in Pennsylvania. And apparently no one was more fooled than the woman who brought him up like her own son, Stephanie Potts.
I still don't believe he's 23. Y'all gonna have to prove that to me. Somebody's gotta do something to prove that to us. We watched this boy go from high-pitched tones to the way he speaks now, his shoe size, his clothing size. He got taller.
Now Samarin is going through his second puberty in jail, locked up on multiple charges including identity theft and statutory sexual assault. Why did Stephanie change her mind about Samarin, whom she considered family? She claims he was planning a violent attack on his school and turned him in to the FBI.
He changed. He started talking about certain kids in the school that he wanted to hurt. And then he talked about, actually blowing the school up. And I said, what? I was concerned about he had started closing his door and he was talking to somebody in Russian.
How did a then 19-year-old from Eastern Europe pose as a 14-year-old to enroll in a high school in the first place? District Attorney Ed Marsico says he falsified the documents.
Most of those require some type of parental involvement, so it became apparent they had to be involved in some of these situations.
School district officials didn't want to talk about the case to our Harrisburg affiliate WPMT.
There's a very active and ongoing investigation, and so the school district is not at liberty to speak at this time.
The Potts say they met Samarin in 2012 when he and other Ukrainians were visiting Pennsylvania's capital city.
His mother and grandfather wanted him to come to the United States to begin a new life, and they were trying to help him.
Stephanie says they took him in after he showed them bullet wounds and knife scars he says he got as a child in Russia.
He starts all that screaming. He's wet in the bed. He's in cold sweats. I sat there and I rocked with him. I told him, I made him a promise. Nobody will never hurt you again.
Stephanie and Samarin reportedly exchanged texts after she turned him in. "You want me to change my name?" Samarin texted. Stephanie supposedly says, "Yes, this way I will never bother you again, and you don't have to bother us." Samarin speaking out from his jail cell, telling a local TV station it was Stephanie who came up with the idea to change his age. He claims he lived in what he calls a slave driver situation.
It was only to help him. I wanted, help him to have the best life he could possibly have.
Both Stephanie and her husband Michael deny Samarin's allegations and claim they believed him when he told them he was only 14. They have not been charged with any crime in connection with Samarin's alleged forgery.
Everything that Stephanie Potts says has to be taken with a grain of salt.
Samarin's attorney says they'll enter not guilty pleas on all the charges. But no matter what happens, Stephanie says she still considers him her boy.
He wanted to stay. Okay. So we wanted to help him.